Matt Smith here for the Sports Talk Media Network. It's Sports Talk at the Stadium, presented by the South Carolina Beef Council. Clemson got everything it wanted out of today's 51-14 victory over the Citadel. Several linemen got the opportunity to nurse some injuries. The coaching staff got to look at some of the young players, and Cade Klubnik got enough burn with the first-team receivers to stay sharp heading into next week's rivalry game. But let me read you the participation chart for the offensive line. This is informal. This is what I jotted down. But the offensive line participation chart included Blake Miller, Trent Howard, Ryan Linthicum, Walker Park, Harris Sewell, Nathan Brooks, Chapman Pendergrass, Will Boggs, Jackson Hall, Sam Judy, and Bryce Smith. Now, you may know some of those names, but I'll bet you don't know all of them, because Clemson went deep to make sure that Marcus Tate and Tristan Lee got a little time off tonight. And they didn't want to pull the red shirts off a couple of key freshmen. So Clemson, with the patchwork offensive line, got it done, still put up 562 yards of offense and 51 points. And they also put some things on film for South Carolina to worry about. Not necessarily what went on out here in terms of how successful they were against the Citadel, but more about the way that Cade Klubnik has really utilized his legs in the last few weeks. Obviously, Clemson wanted to keep him healthy, keep him upright throughout the season, but you saw the big run against Pitt, and he's really been moving around the pocket, in and out of the pocket the last few weeks more and more as Clemson comes down the stretch. Makes them more difficult to defend, and it's something that they've put on film that South Carolina is certainly going to have to be wary of. Early indications are that the Tigers are going to be favored by about a field goal, searching for win number 10 this week. Now, as far as the ACC championship game hunt goes, SMU wrapped up its spot today by cruising past Virginia. Miami put it on Wake Forest, but they still have a challenge left. So SMU is in. Miami, however, still has the trip to Syracuse next week. If Syracuse pulls the upset, that's Miami's second loss in the conference. Clemson can get in. And we know strange things can happen to Southern teams when they get locked in the dome in upstate New York. So, and there's still the possibility Clemson could make the college football playoff. Outside chance, but things are getting really wacky in the Big 12. BYU has fallen. Colorado has fallen. So some of those at-large teams that are coming out of the back end of the Big 10 or the SEC or a second Big 12 team, their resumes may not look quite as good coming down the stretch. So we'll see if Clemson, how their resume shakes out, if they can get the win over South Carolina next week. So there's still a lot to be decided, a lot to be determined in college football, but Clemson's focus will be on win number 10 on the season and its second win in a row over South Carolina in the rivalry. So rivalry week is here. Join us on Sports Talk 6 to 8 statewide, and also follow us at our new Twitter location. It's now at Sports Talk Post. So follow us there, and feel free to chime in this week on Sports Talk with Phil and Chris and make your predictions for Clemson and South Carolina.